Hello, my name is Nakia. Welcome to my channel. I am going to be doing a reading for the chosen ones. I'm already tapped into your energy. See what you're going through right now as far as your soul's journey. Okay. There is a lot of things that's going on when it comes to your soul's path, your divine purpose. A lot of people are coming to the realization of self. That's the theme for tonight. A lot of spiritual rebirths. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. Okay. First things first. First things first. There needs to be some shadow work. You could be going through shadow work right now. Mm-hmm. Shadow work. You could be going through some shadow work right now. And shadow work is difficult as well. Shadow work is difficult. A lot of people try to maneuver around shadow work, but shadow work is a necessary process. So I feel like at this point in time, you're going through shadow work. You're integrating with your shadow. You're seeing what's the purpose of your shadow, and how has your shadow showed up in its lifetime. Now, the number 29, 7, 23, and 5 can be of significance to you. I feel like once you're done with this shadow work, there's going to be a portal that is going to open, a divine gateway that is going to open up. Okay. And in this gateway, once you walk through this gateway, because you're going to go through a dark night of the soul. Okay. That's part of the shadow work process. So you're going to go through a dark night of the soul. You're going to do some shadow work. And when you go through this shadow work, at that point in time, there's going to be a portal that is going to open. You're going to walk through this divine gateway. Once you walk through this divine gateway, you're going to come into the realization of self. Like I said, that's the energy that I'm picking up on. Mhm. You're going to come into the realization of self, your eternal self, who you are as a soul. Not as a person, not as a 3D person, but who you are as a soul. And when you come confirmation, and when you come into this realization of who you are and the power that you carry, life is going to change for you. You're going to tap into your creativity. Once you find out who you are, you're going to tap into your inner power. You're going to tap into your creativity, and you're going to be inspired to do something. You're going to be inspired to live in a certain way, to maneuver around certain things, to walk in your purpose, is what I'm hearing. So go ahead, do the shadow work. As difficult as it may seem, is needed. Is needed at this point in time, because once you find out who you are as a soul, on a soul level, it changes your whole outcome. Yeah, your whole outlook on life, and therefore change your whole outcome. Okay, change your whole outcome in life and your whole outlook on life. Okay, because when you see things different, when you come into the realization of self and find out who you are, what's going to happen is you're going to feel like you're limitless. You're going to break through some form of illusion, this reality, your reality, your everyday reality, and you're going to find out that it's an illusion. You're going to find out that you have power over your circumstances. You're going to have power over who you are meant to become in this lifetime. Once you find out who you are and figure things out, when you go through this shadow work. Yeah. Let me calm down because I'm getting a little tongue tied. Your ancestors is with you at this time. Your ancestors is your spirit team. They're with you at this time. They're guiding you. They're guiding you through this process. Yeah, they're guiding you through this process. You could be a water sign, or you can operate in that energy, or that can be heavy in your birth chart. You could be someone that lives near the ocean, or you gravitate towards water. You need to balance out your divine feminine, divine masculine energy within you. There needs to be a union of your divine masculine and divine feminine energy. You're going to have a kundalini awakening, and that's why you're going to be able to tap into your creativity, and that's why you're going to have some form of inspiration when it comes to your life. That's why there's going to be a different outlook on life, and therefore it's going to change your outcome. It's going to change your circumstances. It's going to change your situation once you walk through this divine portal that you're going to be walking through. Not only that, you're going to tap into some power. Like I said, you're going to tap into some form of power, some form of magical power that is within you, that has been within you all along. You're going to realize, like, I had this power all along. Like, this has been within me this whole entire time. So when you tap into this power, you're gonna be like, I should have done this. I should have done this sooner. I should have done this sooner. I should have went within sooner. I should have done this shadow work sooner. So while you go through this phase, this dark night of the soul, a lot of stuff is going to surface. A lot of stuff is going to be coming out. Again, you're going to be integrating with your shadow. You're going to be finding out who your shadow is, what your shadow does for you, how your shadow has showed up in your life in this lifetime. And then at that point in time, you're going to come into the realization of self. Realization of self. And then you're going to tap into your inner power, your inner glow. I'm hearing the Bruce Leroy glow. Yeah, you're going to tap into that glow, that power, that inner light. And then you're going to have a Kundalini awakening. You're going to have a Kundalini awakening. So, here's what needs to be done. Here's what needs to be done after you do the shadow work, okay? And once you walk through this portal, you're going to have to do some breath work. Got to do some breath work. You're also going to have to do a purification. You're going to go through a purification phase. You're going to have to detox your body. You're going to have to purify your mind, your body, and your soul. You're going to have to release any low vibrational people. And you're going to have to elevate your frequency to a higher level. You're going to actually have to get into meditation as well. So detox the body, breath work to open your mind, and then you're also going to have to um, release a lot of people out of your life. Sorry, they can't come with you. Yeah, they can't come with you. Yeah, your inner temple. You're going to have to be one with your body. You're going to have to be one with your mind, your body, and your soul. You're going to have to cleanse your temple, your inner temple. You have to cleanse your body. So you're going to go through a purification process. And once you go through this purification process, then your mind is going to open up, and then you're going to be able to communicate with the spirit, the Holy Spirit, that is. And you're also going to be able to communicate with your spirit team. Your spirit team is your ancestors. You have a lot of ancestors around you at this time from multiple generations, multiple generations. So that's what you're going to have to do once you walk through this divine portal. Yeah, and you're going to have to become one. You're going to have to become one. You're going to have to become one with self, one with your higher self, one with your shadow. You're going to have to do a merging. Okay. But before the merge happens, before you can get into this merge, you're going to have to cleanse the temple. And connect with your body. Let's see what else is going on. Okay. Okay, chosen ones. Okay, so you were marked at birth. Mm-hmm. What you're about to go through right now was meant for you to go through it. Yeah. hmm This dark night of the soul that you're about to go through, this shadow word, this was all done for a reason. It was all done for the reason. You're being called into spiritual leadership as well. That's part of your divine assignment. You're going to be a spiritual leader. You're going to impact the world. You're going to help people ascend to a higher state of consciousness, a higher state of living, a higher state of being. You're going to give a lot of people a lot of guidance. So at this time, while you're going through the shadow work, the dark night of the soul, I want you to get a notebook, get a journal, write down your thoughts. Write down exactly what's happening to your body, what's happening to your soul, what's happening when it comes to the mind. Uh-huh. What is going on with you while you go through this? Because whatever it is that you're going to be going through when you go through this dark night of soul is part of your purpose. It's part of this spiritual leadership title that you're meant to walk through, and you're a faith walker. So you walk by faith and not by sight. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. You trust the will of the Most High. You trust your divine purpose. You're going to be trusting your spirit team after you come out of this dark night of the soul. You're going to surrender. You're going to surrender all. Is what I'm hearing. You're going to surrender all. Uh-huh. Now, you could have been born into religion. Yeah. You could have been born into religion. So, this dark night of the soul, this dark night of the soul is going to release any programming that you might have when it comes to religious systems, belief systems. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. And then you're gonna follow your inner knowing. Yeah. Uh-huh. You're gonna follow your inner knowing, and you're gonna tap into this power. Now, this magical power is connected to your spiritual gifts. You have spiritual gifts. You have spiritual gifts. So you're going to find out what your spiritual gifts are. You're going to discover your spiritual gifts once you find out who you are as a soul. And then what you're going to do is you're going to answer the call, and you're going to become a spiritual leader. You're going to walk in your authority. You're going to walk into your power. You're going to rise up. You're going to rise up with grace. You're going to rise up with grace, and you're going to help people ascend. That's the part of your divine assignment. So, you need to go through this dark night of the soul. You need to do shadow work. You need to separate yourself and release some people out of your life. You need to elevate your frequency. You need to detox your body, because that's how you're going to elevate your frequency, and you're going to clear your mind, and you're going to connect to your mind, your body, and your soul. And then you're going to tap into this power. You're going to ignite the light within you, that Bruce Leroy glow within you. And then you're going to know what your divine assignment is. And then you're going to discover your spiritual gifts. And then you're going to be off on your way on your divine mission, your divine purpose. Not only that, you're someone that is meant to break systems. And that could be the reason why you grew up in religion. That could be the reason why you were programmed into spiritual, religious beliefs, because you're being called to go into spirituality. Yeah. hmm You're a system breaker. Uh-huh. You break illusions. You're gonna help liberate people. Yeah. You're gonna break systems that were meant to be broken. And you're also a crisis anchor. So you could have been through some things in this lifetime. And what you're gonna do is, and I could be talking to three different sets of people: spiritual leadership, also the system breaker, and the crisis anchor. You're going to help people when they go through crisis in life. You're going to help calm their energy, calm their spirit. You could be a counselor. You may be called into counseling as well, spiritual counseling. But you're going to help people calm themselves when they go through different trials and tribulations in their life. You're also going to activate your DNA, your spiritual DNA, The 144,000 code. Your spiritual DNA. Again, you are a chosen one. So you meant to tap into that power. You meant to unlock your spiritual DNA. It's a part of your divine mission. It's a part of your divine assignment. Yeah. Yeah. And then you're gonna have the keys to the kingdom. Kingdom keys. Okay. This key is gonna open a lot of doors for you. Okay, it's gonna unlock some doors. This is why you're a faith walker. Why you walk by faith and not by sight, because you have the keys to the kingdom. If you don't know that, now you know. Okay, you have the keys to the kingdom, and not only that, any doors that are closed, you're going to be able to open them up. Uh-huh. You're going to be able to unlock them. You have access, spiritual access to a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Your calling is going to be confirmed during this dark night of the soul. Your calling is going to be confirmed. Your divine assignment is going to be confirmed. And once you answer the call, at that point in time, you're going to be anointed. You're going to be anointed. hmm And then you're going to spring into action. You're going to tap into your divine wisdom, your divine creativity, and light this fire within you. And you're going to go off on your journey. So that's your reading, chosen ones. If this message resonates with you, please hit the thumbs up. Now, if this message does not resonate with you, well, then we haven't gone on this timeline yet. We all have to do shadow work. We all have to go through dark nights of the soul. We all have to integrate with our shadow. And tap into our inner self. We have to go through purification phases and purification cycles as well. We have to wake up to who we are as a soul, not as a human being, but as a soul. We have to elevate our frequency to get on a higher vibration. So we can have communication with our spirit team. And then once we have all of that done, then at that point we can go forth. We can walk forth on our journey and unlock our spiritual DNA so we can resonate on the frequency of 144,000. And that's why you're a chosen one. So, if this message does not resonate with you, you will in the future. I guarantee it will. Now, if you like the way I read the cards, please subscribe to the channel. There will be more messages to come.